Sup, Mike?
Hey, how you doing?
Okay. Welcome back, everyone, to It Came From the Video Store. We're doing a different one this week, though,
Yeah.
because it's Mortal Kombat week. I just decided that. Cool. So, this one is actually not a video store thing. It's more of a YouTube thing out of fucking anything that it can do. Have you heard of Mortal Kombat Legacy, Mike?
Yes, I have.
Do you know who Kevin Tangchuan is?
Not the name, no.
Okay, that's the guy who made it.
Oh, okay.
That's the guy who made it. So, yeah, this actually streamed like 10 years ago now. Fuck, I'm old. In a fucking Machinima channel from YouTube. I'm just gonna say Kevin. I'm not gonna butcher his last name anymore. Well, Kevin was not like pleased with the state of Mortal Kombat around the late 2000s because they only had the two movies. One was, and the other was like, So, and the games were pretty like,
Yeah.
So he decided like, you know what, I'm gonna do my own shit, and I have some friends that are actually movie stars, so let's see what happens. And he decided to make a short, and that short was, let's change the name right here because I had the other name first. It was called Mortal Kombat Rebirth. It's just 8 minutes long. It's actually pretty different take from Mortal Kombat at the time, and I enjoyed it, Mike.
Yeah.
But I haven't seen it in like 10 years. So we also decided to bring in today as a guest somebody who is also old as fuck and remembers Mortal Kombat from 1993. This man, Brian Michaels. What's up? You are muted, sir.
You are muted.
Yes, you said old as fuck. I'm here. What do you need?
Did you play Mortal Kombat in arcades?
I absolutely did. All the way back to the first Mortal Kombat I was playing in an arcade. Like 2 and 3 and Ultimate MK3, those were kind of the peak of it. I don't even want to think about how much money I threw into those machines.
Yeah, it was a surprising thing. When I was underage still, I was supposed to do that. I was like 12 years old when the first one came out. I actually went to an arcade close to my house, and it was just like so much blood, yeah. And it was like the first one, which isn't actually that great. It's like wonky and shit, but Scorpion has always been Scorpion. So that was pretty cool. I actually went to United States in 92, then again in 94, and I played in those arcades, and you guys got the badass arcade. I got like the 7-Eleven corner machine shit. We didn't have like dedicated arcade rooms till like the late 90s, and they weren't that great. A lot of token shit for like cheap ass prices. But Mortal Kombat was always pretty great. And yes, I actually remember playing up till 4 on arcades.
So I don't think I ever played 4 in the arcade. By then, like I was playing, obviously they hit the home systems and stuff like that. And I played like all the versions after that at home, including when they started adding in like, the Mario Kart combat thing as a bonus game in some of them. Oh yeah, there was. And actually, wait. Armageddon, right here. You got Mario Kart thing. Oh, you can't see it on there. Oh well, it's there. Anyway,
is that the one that has
weird like mini games and stuff in it? But I played all the home versions, but four kind of sucked in all versions. But I didn't play that in the arcade though.
I really dislike the way they taken up my Mortal Kombat. I'm not a fan of that kind of games, to be honest. I prefer the old school ones. So honestly, after 3, Ultimate 3, which is actually fucking great, and the gold version of the 64, I basically dropped out of the combat thing until MK came back in I think it's now MK9. It was just called Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, that's called Mortal Kombat, but it was technically 9. But 9, 10. Well, here, like you said, first of all about the Tekken thing, that's kind of what took me out of it too, because it used to be like you get skill and you put together combos and stuff on your own, and then it became just memorizing the right order of buttons to get like 57 hit combos and stuff. And I hated that kind of shit. So I kind of dropped out too. But then like when they went to like 9, 10, and now 11, I still play it. I drop in and play games here and there just for fun, but they've gotten so complex that, and I'm just getting too old, don't have the time for it. That I'm not as into it as I used to be.
I finished 9. I got like halfway through the 10 story, and I never touched 11. But I'm buying it now that it's fucking cheap.
Yeah, it is.
Mike,
yes.
Have you played Mortal Kombat?
Yes, I have. I played 1 and 2 and 3, and then I basically skipped the rest of them, and I came back to Mortal Kombat 10. And I played through. I just finished the story of 11 a couple months ago. And it's not too.
Is that a good story?
It's a good story, but like Michael's, the fucking combat, Jesus Christ. You get into one online game, I'm getting my ass handed to me so fucking quickly.
Yeah, I don't even try to play other people on it because there's people that's like hardcore and you're just like, get your ass kicked.
Okay, so Legacy, like we said, we're starting with Rebirth, and then we're going to jump into Legacy, and I'll talk a bit about that one after.
Wait, I need my COVID mask for a second.
Sub-Zero. Yeah. I wish I had a Scorpion mask. Fuck it. So, Mortal Kombat Rebirth. Shall we fucking go? Let's see what happens. So that was Rebirth. Pretty short, pretty sweet. A tease of what people could expect from the Kevin verse of Mortal Kombat. And actually,
a pitch reel, wasn't it? To try and get him to let him make the. Yeah.
He basically did this kind of like a submitted as like a test reel or something, and actually it kind of worked because he didn't get picked up for a movie, but he did get picked up for the next best thing, a YouTube web series in 2010. So he actually reworked a bit the thing. Like this original short was not taking any of the Outworld stuff seriously. Like it was all Earth based, except for the eyes of Scorpion, which he was like, like that thing doesn't really sell. Like let's try to fix that. So he actually kept the guy who plays Scorpion, and what's her name? The woman from Star Trek, Jerry Ryan. Jerry Ryan as Sonya, and Michael Jai White as Jax for the series. And he decided to introduce the Outworld aspect, which is actually pretty great. So now we go into Legacy. But a bunch of fucking Legacy. So let's call it part 1.
Yes.
He did. Is it 9 or 10? I think it's 10. 10 shorts.
There's 9 episodes in the first one.
9 shorts.
9 shorts.
And he made 9 shorts, and they vary in length between 7 to 9 minutes. So that's what we're gonna watch now. This is what he actually got some fucking budget. So it's not like 60% of the time people sitting talking in a chair. It's more like 50% people sitting and talking in a chair. So fucking go. Let me get the. Whoa, this is the wrong one. Okay, let me get the list of something here. Yes. Okay. The first 2 episodes are Jax, Sonya, and Kano, which are like the straight follow-up to this, right?
I don't remember. I only watched the first couple episodes, and I barely remember them. So.
Okay. Are we ready, production?
Yes.
Fucking go. If this one actually has subtitles, it would be better because we do not miss the juicy details of the thing.
And that's the end of the season.
Good shit. That was interesting.
Yeah.
So, Brian Michaels, what are your general impressions?
General impressions. It was fun. I mean, it's definitely a little less, actual Mortal Kombat in it than I expected. especially for such short episodes. They wasted a lot of time on stories you don't care about.
They
But
didn't have money, man.
but I mean, it's no worse than the movies. I mean, the two original movies are both pretty cheesy, especially Annihilation. Um, it was interesting. I'm curious to see where the second season or whatever you call it goes, second series.
You will probably be disappointed.
Great.
Uh, what surprised you of this?
What surprised me? Um, that nothing actually came together or was connected. It was like this episode where they lead up, how what Johnny Cage came from, and Sonya and Jax, and then Melina and Katana. Like you expect them to, like, it's building up to in the last couple
Tournament.
episodes a tournament or something. But
Yeah, and
that surprised me that it did not actually go anywhere. They were interesting
like
little snippets, but that's all they were, snippets.
it's like if you're doing a tournament based game into a movie, you kind of want a tournament in it, right?
That's
It's
honestly my main problem with all of these is that it's fucking called Mortal Kombat. Show us the fucking fights. Show us the fucking fights in the tournament. That's
it
all
almost
you
feels
gotta
like
do.
it almost feels like I mean, this is what 2010 webisodes. And
Yeah,
I almost, and back then, I mean, the internet wasn't really, webisodes weren't really considered real things. It was kind of just supplemental materials they'd
Yeah.
have for, like, like Battlestar Galactica had like webisodes in between seasons, that kind of thing. So I kind of feel like this guy was still holding back, with the hope that, well, they're going to let me make a real movie eventually.
Yeah.
I'm just going to build everything up here and then get to make the movie, which obviously is not happening. So
yeah, that didn't happen. Also, if you are excited to have tournaments in your Mortal Kombat, prepare to be disappointed on Thursday. So yes, he this is 2011, and he did get like some more money to make a new series, but it took him 2 years. So the next one came out like in the end of 2013, and it went until 2014. And he was actually expecting to continue, so he was also pretty surprised when he didn't get to. So what disappointed
um, well, kind of the same thing, but also, I mean, obviously there are a lot of characters in Mortal Kombat, but to leave out some of the main ones, like Liu Kang, for instance, like how do you have Mortal
you? Yeah.
Kombat without Liu Kang? Um, you didn't really have. There's no big villain. I mean, there's Shao Kahn was alluded to in the Melina and Katana episode, but Shang Tsung doesn't really become anything here, and so I was
Baby Shang Tsung.
it's kind of the same answer as the last question, that I was surprised and disappointed by the fact that it never kind of went anywhere.
I kind of agree.
Yeah.
I can say that I also was a bit disappointed on specific casting choices, especially stuff like Baby Shang Tsung or weird bald guy Quan Chi, you know.
And of course, Raiden.
And yes,
The entire Raiden episode you could
non-Asian
have
Raiden.
cut. That was pointless to me.
Mike,
Yeah.
did you find anything particularly disappointing?
Basically, what you both alluded to, stories not coming together like they should, certain characters not being presented at all or being presented very badly, and the lack of fucking Mortal Kombat fights. Like, that's the biggest one. It's not that hard to do a fucking idea of Mortal Kombat. You have them get together, you fucking fight. Boom! You gotta make money.
These webisodes should have been like I don't know, 2-3 episodes of introducing some characters, and then every episode from then on is these two people fighting, these two people fighting, these people fighting.
Especially the ones where they had two parters. Like, okay, do the fucking talky shit on the first one and do the fighting on the second. No,
They
they just
kind of
went
did
to.
that with the Scorpion Sub-Zero one, kind of.
I kind of like that one, but I do feel like it could have been done better. So, which segment would you call a flawless victory?
A flawless victory. Let me. I'm gonna look at the list here. I'm gonna cheat because I don't remember. I think the closest thing I have to a flawless victory would be Scorpion Sub-Zero Part 2. Because you actually got to see some fighting going on in that one.
But you also get the Quan Chi.
You also get Quan Chi, who looked a little he looked a little kind of small and weak to me. But again, this
Yeah,
cast.
look, you know what he looked like? Like that kid from the movie Powder. Did you guys watch that?
Yeah.
Yeah, one of the war
That's
boys from Mad Max.
yeah, that guy.
Yeah.
Mike, which
Yes.
one do you think it was the flawless victory?
I'm gonna agree with Brian. Part 2 of Sub-Zero and Scorpion. That's the like I would say the Johnny Cage one has it there, but his acting is just so fucking horrible that kind of takes it away. Like,
Yeah.
you got
Plus,
Cage.
the
That
whole
shit's pretty
episode is
fucking
just him trying to
hilarious.
pitch a TV show where he
Yeah.
plays Steven Seagal. So.
That is the kind of shit that gets you recasted. I would say, you know what? I kind of agree with you, but I want to go on a different thing. I just don't want to like. We're not gonna say the same thing all of it, so I'm just gonna go with Melina and Kitana. Yeah, I kind of like the whole thing, even with the
that was
immersive
probably my
animation.
second choice.
Yeah. Okay. So which segment gets to you the fatality?
That'd be Raiden. That whole episode could just disappear. That was pointless.
Mike, what do you think?
Fuck.
Oh, I'm muted. Huh.
I would say the Raiden one or fuck. It's they're all like other than that, they're all basically the same throughout.
Yeah, definitely Raiden for me. That whole
Yeah,
episode
it's
was
got to be
completely pointless.
Raiden because everything else is pretty much the same.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even considering the first one, the Rebirth short, I gotta go with Raiden because that's a fucking yikes. And that ending when he takes the Asian guy's hat, it's like,
Yeah.
dude, nah. So yeah, that gets my fatality too. What particular moment of the whole thing made you go, Dusty?
Dusty. What particular moment? Let me think back. I did like when he punched his eyeball out. His eyeball out. And actually, I will say that last fight with Cyrax and Sector and Smoke, that was a pretty good fight.
That's actually a pretty good fight, yes.
I don't know, as far as a specific moment.
Do you have a moment too that make you go toasty, Mike?
I would say the stabbing of Scorpion from behind. I think that's a great moment. That's a good one.
I'm gonna go with the Ed Boon cameo.
That's good.
So, do you think that we have a best character in the series?
The best character based purely on what we saw here. I want to say Jax. I like Michael Jai White, but he didn't like do anything Jax-like in this, even his arms or anything.
I mean, he lost his arms, but off screen.
Yeah, but he didn't get his new ones yet. So if I'm one character,
yeah, the Jax arms in the new movie, boy, that's a good thing. That Jesus. Okay, Mike, who's the best character overall? Oh wait, did you not pick anybody?
Yeah,
You
you
said
didn't
Jax
pick.
arms.
You didn't pick.
I just realized that you didn't pick Jax.
Oh, I didn't pick it. Oh, I'm gonna go with Sub-Zero, just to be the anti-Nazario because he likes Scorpion.
Because I'm going Scorpion. You fucking knew it. Huh?
And because he actually like used his powers and like actually did shit that he does in Mortal Kombat.
I mean, Scorpion had the fire eyes for a second there, and he used the fucking hook thingy. What's his name? Tukai? Get over here, motherfucker! That thing. Mike, who's the best character?
Well, my main go-to answer here is Scorpion because he had the backstory, he had everything that put together. Yeah. But I'm also gonna.
He's a popsicle at the end who's still standing. Just saying.
Yeah, I'm gonna go kind of with Brian in here to where, even though they didn't actually show Jax being Jax, Michael Jai White, that sequence is fucking great. He's great in it. So I will go second with him.
Fine. Who would be the worst character?
We're kind of beating this into the ground, but right, easily.
Yeah.
Raiden? Is it Raiden?
Right.
Right.
And who would you recommend this YouTube series to?
People with ADD who can't sit through a whole movie. Do you mean a specific person?
No, I mean whoever you want, you can say that.
Nico, because he
I
can
think he
watch
watched
Johnny
today.
Cage doing good kicks. I mean, any Mortal Kombat fan, I think should at least watch it, just because, like I said, it's at least a different take on it from the cheesy movies and from what you say, the new movie, which
Yeah.
you're killing my hopes here. But
I killed myself when it. I was the other day. I was thinking it was all a dream, and maybe I could watch it again. But now
I'm hoping that you're wrong and I will love it, because if there's something I'm good at here, it's disagreeing with everyone else when
That
I
is true.
fact.
That is very
I will say
fucking
this
true.
though. I will say this: the fights are fucking good.
That's all I care about.
It's the rest that grinds your soul into the ground.
Well, then you'll enjoy it on HBO Max, where you can just skip to the fights.
That's what I
Sure.
said. Is that eventually they're just going to put all the fights
Fucking,
together on a YouTube video, and boom, there you go. That's all you need.
There's something else that disappointed me, but I'll mention it off screen, so don't spoil everybody. Okay, now the most important part is the rating. I'm gonna do this switch here, and I'm gonna go like this. Okay, Brian Michaels. We only have 4 VHS tapes, not 5 things like Letterbox, because this all fit in my free Photoshop thingy. So, out of 4 VHS tapes, what would you give to Mortal Kombat Legacy Season 1 plus Rebirth?
First of all, this has not been said yet. I'm not sure why, but buy their shit.
Yes.
Oh my god!
Nobody
We
has said
did
that
it
this whole
for
episode.
2 hours. Give me a sec. I can't. I blame you, Mike. Oh my god! We sat here for 1 hour and 50 minutes.
Without a fucking link.
So I give Video Store Merchandise 10 VHS tapes. I give
Thank you.
Mortal Kombat Legacy and Rebirth 2.5 VHS tapes.
2.5 VHS tapes. Mike Hanley.
I'm actually going to go the same. I'm going to go 2.5. I think there's great shit in there, but overall, kind of meh.
I'm gonna say something. I came in here without watching this thing in 10 years. I did watch the second one a few days back for the first time ever. I kind of remembered I bought it at some point. I was like, I might as well open this shit and watch it, right? And that one, I think it's a bit better than this one, but not by much. It's more like the same.
Casper Van Dien, the killer of bugs in that one.
I'm the same. I have mine still sealed here. I gotta open up and watch it.
Also, it has fucking Kari Tagawa as fucking Shang Tsung. And it has who else was it that I really liked in the casting? Oh, fucking Mark DeCastas as Kung Lao.
Oh shit!
Motherfucker kicks John Wick's ass for a bit. So I actually enjoyed that one enough not to reveal my rating here, because we're gonna do that next. But I cannot give it the same as that. This is a little lesser. Actually, it's worse than I remembered it. So shit. I'm gonna go 2. I'm gonna go 2 because I think it's more of a half and half situation,
Fair.
So that's our rating, guys. I lose the banners all the time with this thing. And so that's it. Thanks everybody that watched for a bit or longer than a bit.
Yeah.
We're gonna take this shit down before Facebook finds us out and bans us or something. And we're gonna upload it, re-edit it later. Mike, you have to re-edit the Event Horizon one.
Yes,
so
I'm doing it this week, so it should be up by the end of this week.
There's probably gonna be a censored version on YouTube too, because fuck YouTube. Like, fuck them up their ass. And remember, guys, real fear comes from within. Watch fucking movies. You know what? Even if I didn't love it, go watch Mortal Kombat at theaters. Theaters need to survive, guys. This is our thing. This is our
Yes.
life.
I already
So,
have my tickets.
yeah, good shit. Thanks, Brian Michaels, for showing up and actually finding us a good way to watch the fucking movie.
And thank you for not playing the Mortal Kombat song to play us out.
Oh, I'm saving that for the next.
Oh, great. I'm going to be sick that day.
Mike, thank you for showing up today and doing this shit with us.
Of course.
Fuck you, Bar. Thanks, everybody. See you on the next episode of It Came From YouTube.